6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Good morning, everyone. We'll go ahead and call the meeting for Tuesday, January 21st to order. If you'll please rise and join me in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The minutes from our January 6th meeting have been distributed, and we'd entertain a motion for approval.
Mr. President, I'll make a motion we approve as submitted.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Accounts payable, vouchers, and payroll.
Mr. President, I'd like to recommend the claims report from January 8th, 2020 through January 21st, 2020, including the payroll dated January 10th, 2020, to be paid without exception.
So move.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. And the motion passes.
Are you moving on to the next agenda item?
And I don't see Julie here.
She's here.
Oh, there she is.
Yeah.
Julie? Good morning.
Good morning.
We have a professional services agreement with, I believe it's with Pinnacle.
Yes. So Pinnacle is, we have a check sealer machine. We write about maybe 700 checks a month that then they need to be sealed, and it can get jammed quite a lot. It's about $75 an hour, and so this agreement for $200 would, I believe, would be a savings.
Okay.
So it's $200 annually.
Yes.
We don't have very many contracts that low. Mr. President, I'll make a motion we approve the contract with Pinnacle Mailing Products for $200.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion
Thank
passes. Thanks, Julie. Good morning, Pat.
Good morning. Here today to ask to eliminate the one position which is for paralegal and instead to establish the legal assistant as the needs of our office right now. We need the legal assistant. I'm just letting you know we need a paralegal, but we don't have both. I need both, but this is the need for a legal assistant outweighs a paralegal. So I need to go with this because I have no other staff positions created underneath the current budget. So this is basically triage for me.
Is there a difference in the pay?
There's a difference. It's $6,500 less for a legal assistant.
Oh, it's less. Okay. Okay.
But I may come back in the future for my paralegal.
With that, Mr. President, I'll make a motion that we eliminate the PAT 3 position of a paralegal and at the same time create a comment for position for a legal assistant.
Second.
We have a motion to eliminate the PAT 3 and approve the comment for. Any further discussion? Hearing none. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. And the motion passes.
Thank you.
Thanks, Pat. Sharon.
Good morning.
Morning.
We have some grants to apply for this month. Health has a naloxone supply only grant from Indiana State Department of Health that they would like to apply for.
Mr. President, move to grant permission to apply as stated.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to apply for the ISDH Naxalone grant. Any further discussion? Hearing none. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passes.
And CASA will be applying for the CASA for Kids Fund up to $52,796 for funding of their regular part-time position benefits and insurance for single coverage.
Mr. President, I'll make a motion, we grant permission to apply as stated.
Is this a renewal one?
Yes.
So if by chance this grant we don't receive, then this position's eliminated? I'm
She'll
assuming.
find funding somewhere else. We don't like to eliminate them, but yes, she will find funding.
Okay.
you.
Second?
We have a motion and a second for the Cost for Kids Fund grant for up to $52,796. Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 And opposed, same sign. Motion passes.
And to accept grants, Circuit Court received their $75,000 matching grant from the Indiana Supreme Court Division of State Court Administrative Adult Guardianship Office to supplement the Wabash Center Guardianship Services. There's an MOU that's been signed during the application stage for this funding.
Mr. President, move that we grant permission to accept for Circuit Court as stated.
Second.
Have a motion and a second for the Wabash Center Guardianship Services grant in the amount of $75,000. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. The motion passes.
And the CASA received two grant, well, they're not technically grant, one's not a grant, the matching grant, they call it that because you got a award letter that combines both of them. But that was for Fund 1213, so it's already on the budget, so we don't have to do an appropriation for it. But that was $57,128. And then the grant for the capacity was $24,488. And these grants provide services to more, to make the children, less children waiting for the GAL CASA advocates. Did I totally confuse you on that?
They're grants or they're not grants?
Well, you asked the state. They came with one grant letter of the award letter that you've got there.
But the total is the total of that $57,000 and
There's-
$24,000.
Correct. There's
Okay.
two different fund numbers that we look at.
Mr. President, I'll make a motion, we grant permission to accept as stated.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. The motion passes.
I'd also like to congratulate Tom on the $1,854 that the Tippecanoe County Solid Waste Management received from the IDEM Environmental Management Community Recycling to further improve the solid waste reduction and recycling in Tippecanoe County.
So my question being, is it appropriate for us to approve this or for that district board to approve it?
It's the.
It's the solid.
Solid waste.
Yeah, are we approving permission to apply or?
Or
accept?
to
No,
accept.
the funds.
Oh, okay.
So,
Because the funds would not be going through Tippecanoe County, it would be going.
oh, you are correct.
So I would say the Solid Waste Management District should approve. You might just approve it also, just in case IDEM gets sticky about who
Okay.
they want to have approve it. But
Okay.
I think the rubber meets the road with the Solid Waste Management District, so you might as well just go ahead and approve it here.
Thank
Okay.
you for pointing that out.
Okay. Would have you make that motion?
Mr. President, I grant permission to accept the grant as stated.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to accept the grant as stated. Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. The motion passes.
The last request we have is for the coroners to sign a contract with the Indiana State Department of Health for the SUID/SDY case grant registry. With no funds attached to this, it's a mutual undertaking for consideration of implementing and completing the project on a yearly basis.
And it's actually the coroners actually
Yes.
signed this, so this is more of an FYI for us.
Correct. And like I said, there's no funds attached to it, but Donna and I are going to go in and review the MOU because the MOU is going to allow her to enter stuff from the FEMA grant that we have. All of those information from her office will be submitted into a special online category.
Do we need to take any action on this then? Okay,
Good for
thank
me.
you.
Thank you.
Have a couple of resolutions. Doug, 2020-04-CM.
Yeah, so this one's kind of a little odd in that you're just giving yourself another tool in the toolbox in terms of procurement. Indiana Code Article 5-23 describes the process for entering into public-private agreements. So the normal way you go about building something, for example, is you hire an architect, they give you some design options, you bid it out, and often that's the way to go. But other times you might, for example, want to have design, build, financing all in one package. And this gives you the flexibility to do that kind of thing instead of going through the bid process. It's more like what you would see in a request for proposal process. But just for whatever reason, the article says that you can use it if you've adopted a resolution saying that you might use it sometime. So that, in effect, is what this short resolution is doing.
And I'll just add that this process has been used by Purdue specifically for a long time, and then I know both cities have done several projects this way. So
yeah, and it's actually been, I think as I read the statute, it's been in place since at least 2005. So this is not new. It's just not something that we've adopted yet.
with that, I'll make a motion. We approve Resolution 2020-04-CM.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve Resolution 2020-04-CM. Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. The motion passes. And a resolution transferring ownership of a vehicle to the Tippecanoe School Corporation.
Kirby?
Okay.
Dave?
Good morning.
Good
Dave
morning.
Hollinger from your probation department. We have, a couple of years back, we received a Crown Vic from, I believe it was LPD, donated the vehicle to us. We bought it for almost nothing. We've been using it until basically the transmission has failed on it. And we're asking to release that vehicle and donate it to some type of an effective cause. I believe that Mr. Byers found or pushed to have the vehicle donated to,
Career Academy.
thank you, the Career Academy with the Tippecanoe County School Corp out in at McCutcheon. And we'd ask for permission to do just that. Effectively, we can't drive it anymore, and I think it would be good for someone to learn how to repair the transmission.
Perfect.
That's a good place to start.
It's a good place to start, yes.
And when you're transferring to another governmental entity, a resolution like this is required. So this is just a resolution saying that you're going to transfer it to the Tippecanoe School Corporation.
Mr. President, I move that we approve Resolution 2020-05-CM as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the resolution as submitted. Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. And motion passes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Paula, you're not going to try to drive that car out there, are you?
I've already taken care of it. Thank you.
Okay, next resolution.
All right, we have a resolution for establishing the intent to conduct a commissioner sale. For these are properties that have not sold in a traditional tax sale. This will be done with our vendor SRI, and each minimum bid will be set at $50 per parcel. With that, I'll make the motion. We approve Resolution 2020-06-CM.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve or adopt Resolution 2020-06-CM. Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Our agenda does show a contract for accounting services with Baker Tilly, and that is being removed from the agenda today and will be on a future agenda. Couple of change orders. The courthouse fifth floor HVAC project, a plus of $32,000, an increase $32,038 for quality plumbing and heating for mechanical contracting work on that project. I entertain a motion to approve that change order.
So
I
moved.
saw a minus.
Have a motion
Hang on
and
just a second, though.
So I thought I saw a minus on that one.
It was originally 47.
So that was a minus change
Yeah, it's a
order.
reduction. I'm sorry. No, that
wait a
is
minute,
the
it's-
amount.
Right. Mr. President, I move for the change order on courthouse fifth floor HVAC, a deduction of $15,134 for mechanical plumbing and controls.
Credit.
That's
That's what
it.
the total is. It's a
That's what we
increase.
did, that's what their minus, that's what the new line is.
Wow, I don't think that's right, Dave. I think it says the total increase for this change order is. So when we added this work into the project,
They did
it was
that,
$47,172
well, we would say less contract
for
allowance.
allowance. Because that's how much was in the original contract for that scope. So we added work to it, and so the original, so it's a change order positive of $32,038.
It's a deduct. That's the original bid. Deducted that, that's what the project is now.
I really don't think so.
Well, Mr. President, we'll approve one of the two numbers.
Do we want to table that and move on to the next one until we get that figured
Let's see what
out?
the
I'll
other,
get the information.
Yes.
Okay, let's move on. We have another related to the fairgrounds. And it looks like it's a reduction and an increase, but we come out on top. We had all up, so.
yeah, Mr. President, I move that we approve the deduction of $22,000. And that was to omit Chaseways of pulling of cable to the all-beam smoke detectors. And then we also had an increase of $11,500, and that was to add an ERMS switch to the system of 400 amp circuit breaker. So move approve these two change orders.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to approve the change orders as submitted. Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Those are approved. Any unfinished or new business? Kent?
She's answering me.
Good morning.
Good morning. Ken Croft, your Department of Information Technology's Chief Information Officer, reporting. I have with me Molly Oriana. She's going to be our new Service Desk Administrator, Manager. Our previous manager has stepped up into a project manager position with the county. Molly comes to us from the Marine Corps. Anything else you'd like me to say?
And today's day
Welcome
one.
aboard.
All right, welcome.
I dare you to try to scare her off.
That's a challenge.
A challenge. Okay, any other unfinished or new business?
Well, I didn't know if we needed a moment of silence about how bad the Packers played the other day. So.
That's definitely finished business. Reports on file, we have the monthly report from Crystal Creek Boarding Kennel, Public Library, minutes and weights and measures monthly report. Those are all available in the Commissioner's office after the meeting. Any public comment?
Hi, I'm Jenny Mark McGuire, and I work with 4-H here in Tippecanoe County as part of Purdue Extension. And I just wanted to update you, our enrollment period just ended January 15th, and we currently have 1,380 youth enrolled, with several that are still incomplete, so soon to be added, and as well as 155 adults registered with our program. So I just wanted to give you that little update. Thank you.
Adults?
Great work.
Do you have a question?
Adults? How-
The
Oh, we
volunteers.
have
Oh,
volunteers,
volunteers.
yes,
Okay,
like
okay,
Mr.
okay.
Dave Byers here
Okay,
would be one
okay,
of our
all right.
registered volunteers.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Seeing no
You
one
want-
else?
If you want to sing for a little bit, Tracy, we got waiting on this answer.
I'm pretty sure that I don't want to do that. And I'm pretty sure that no one else wants me to do that. I thought it looked like a reduction or an increase.
Exactly. I think it is. I think we budgeted.
Done this.
Yeah.
Which one is it, Doug?
It's an increase.
Okay, so let's go that way then.
Don't make me take sides.
So when we did the original project, this is how much it was. I can't remember, was the motion made or not?
No, they were all dropped.
There's no second.
It died for lack of a second.
So what was the motion? Did I make the motion?
Minus 50.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm gonna make a motion that we approve the change order in the amount of $32,038 for the added scope for the mechanical, plumbing, controls, and GC work for the courthouse project.
Second.
I have a motion, a second, and just to be sure, there's no further discussion.
She's typing me back right now.
All right. Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Very good.
Move to adjourn.
We are adjourned.
So this is one
Worst
person?
comes to worst, you're better off spending less money than you are spending
Spending more than we haven't. I was thinking the other
didn't
one was
know if it was an increase or
$32,000. Did I write that down? You got to get 22. Do you have the other one?
It's at 32,030.
I'm talking about the other one.
Oh, I have to.
I had it at 32, and I think he said it was 22.
What's a good word, young man?
One of you guys have the grant thing that Sharon asked.
Hi there.
Mr. Barnes? I can go.
It's their monthly numbers, voting numbers, what they